Well, hello YouTubers, hello Facebook people, hello Twitter people, and hello LinkedIn people. This is Bob Hickman. It is good to be back with all of you. Well, behind me here you can see I have a chair with an image of Pope Benedict XVI and the flag of the Vatican. And today at 2 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, 8 p.m. Rome time, the Pope stepped down from the papal throne. As a symbolic recognition of this historic and unprecedented event, we are going to now officially remove Pope Benedict's picture, and we leave an empty chair with the papal colors as a sign that the Vatican is now in sede vacante, which means empty throne or empty chair, and the role of the future pope as yet to be decided. For those of you who are interested, this here is the actual papal flag. This is a full-size flag from the Vatican. And for those of you who may be interested to know, the unique situation with the Pope's resignation is not just that we have a spiritual leader stepping down, but we also have, in a sense, a royal personage, a monarch. The Pope is a prince by legal definition. He's Prince of the Apostles, and he's the sovereign of the Vatican, which is its own country, a sovereign state. And this flag is very interesting because it has the gold and the white. And these represent the colors of the papacy. You'll notice here that we've got the crown, the triple tiara. And this is a sign of the Pope's powers. It represents jurisdiction on earth, purgatory, and heaven. So the Pope intercedes in these three realms. The crossed keys are the keys of Peter. Jesus said to St. Peter that he would give him the keys to the kingdom. One key is in silver traditionally, and one is in gold. Silver represents the things of the earth, the temporal power of the Pope as a sovereign, and this represents the gold key to heaven. Jesus said that the keys that Peter, he gave him the keys to the kingdom, that what he would bind on heaven would be bound on earth, and what he would loose in heaven would be loosed on earth. And likewise, what is bound on earth would be bound in heaven, or loosed in heaven would be loosed on earth. So this symbol of the keys represents the authority of Jesus Christ given to the popes to make statements that affect the world. So the papal flag is a fascinating thing. Now some of you are going to say, Psyche Bob, why should we care about the Pope here at Spirit Channel? It's not a Catholic channel. And most of us here are Wiccans or spiritualists or, many other faiths. What does this matter? Well, I want you all to consider this from a world religious perspective, what this could mean. Now, for my Wiccan brethren, some of you may remember the times of the past, the history of the Catholic Church, where popes have issued edicts against Wiccans and witchcraft and come after people with a vengeance. Now, I don't think that the new Pope is going to be like that. But I would like to remind all of you that the Pope is a sovereign. He is a prince of a sovereign state. And his word affects billions of people. And should a Pope come into office who would suddenly, for example, seek to enact laws against Wiccans, this next Pope could create a lot of upheaval in a lot of people's lives. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but it is always a possibility. With the change of power could come many things that could change. For example, if we got a more modernistic Pope in, he may open dialogue between the world's faiths to a greater degree and could usher in greater communications and less hostility. So it can go many ways. Many of you are saying, Bob, tell me more about the prophecies of Malachi, or Malachi actually is pronounced, I believe. Well, according to the prophecies of Malachi, it says the last pope will be known as Peter the Roman, and he will see the church through many tribulations, and then will come the end of the world. If that prophecy is true, this could be very dramatic times that we are living in. Now, is that prophecy true? I don't know. I didn't have that vision, and I'm really not able to comment on another visionary's work so easily. But I can say that I myself have studied the prophecies and do find them eerily accurate. Some of you say, Bob, who's the next pope going to be? Well, there are a few people that are in line for the job. One of them, interestingly, is named Cardinal Peter Turkson. He's from Ghana. And I've heard he's very much a top contender for the job. Interestingly, if he does take the throne of St. Peter, he would fulfill the prophecy of Peter the Roman. Now, you're saying he's from Ghana, but he would move to Rome, and he would then be, in a sense, a Roman citizen, Bishop of Rome. So that would be one of his titles. He would assume as Pope, Bishop of Rome. So this is going to be very interesting to watch, and I hope that all of us will watch it. Today, just so you know, the Pope did leave the Vatican. He did formally go to Castel Gandolfo, I believe, Castel Gandolfo, the papal residence south of Rome, and is going to remain there for the coming weeks until he can make his transition to monastic life. I have heard that he will keep the style of holiness, so his form will be His Holiness Benedict Pope Emeritus, or Pontiff Emeritus. So he is going to, this is very interesting because we've never had this before, so he is going to keep the honorary title of Pope. He won't be reigning Pope, but he'll be a recognized Pope. He will still wear the white cassock and be addressed as Your Holiness. It's very interesting. This is very, very new situation, requiring new protocols and titles and all sort of things. But I find it all very interesting and very fascinating. Now, I do believe that this next conclave for the Pope will go very quickly. And I feel that before we get to Easter time, we will have a new Pope in office. It will be very interesting to watch because this Pope, many people believe, will become heavily involved in political life, particularly in regards to the state of Israel. And there is some even speculation that the Pope may start to operate out of Jerusalem at some point, or make that a regular location for work. Should that occur, that will also fulfill some ancient prophecies. Nostradamus, who was a great mystic and prophet, said that the last Pope of time would be known as the black and red Pope. So nobody knows, did it mean he's wearing red and black as a cardinal, or could it be that he's a black person in red? Peter Turkson is of African descent and is black by race, and therefore does wear the red of a cardinal. So he would fit that prophecy that Nostradamus had. So there are a lot of prophets. There's Malachi, there's Nostradamus. A book that I recently read, which is very interesting, is Petrus Romanus. Now, just so you know, it's written by fundamentalist Christians, so I'm not in 100% accord with everything they say. But they do study from a very logical perspective and break down prophecies connected to the Pope. So they're open enough to consider prophetic realities. So anyways, even though they'd condemn me as a psychic, they still believe in some psychics. Interesting, nonetheless. Today I wore yellow to stand with Pope Benedict. This is the color of the papacy. Yellow and white are traditionally colors, as I said, in the flag. Showed you in the flag imagery. So today I wear this, and I'm asking all of you again, no matter what your faith, either you're Wiccan, Spiritualist, Buddhist, Hindu, Jewish, join with us today and let's send blessing to Pope Benedict the 16th, now Pope Emeritus. I think he's had a very difficult time, and I'm not 100% certain that his resignation was simply due to age. I think there's more to it, and we may not yet know what all that is, and it may never be officially revealed. So we'll be careful what we say, because I'm not here to throw stones. But I do stand as a spiritual person in solidarity with him. I send blessings of healing and peace and light and enlightenment to him. The Vatican conclave will soon start. The cardinals are in Rome now, and we may see even tomorrow the first beginnings of the meetings for the election of the new pontiff. So let us watch it closely. My eyes are on a few people. One, Peter Turkson. And I'm also watching Cardinal Bertone. I believe that's how his name is pronounced. Bertone or Bertone. He's certainly a contender as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with all of this. So let's keep our eyes on the Vatican. And remember my saying. In fact, I brought this to show you guys. Even if we do see the prophecies start to be fulfilled, don't panic. Doesn't necessarily mean the world is ending, but it is an interesting sign. And we're going to practice here what we always do, which is keep calm and carry on. So guys, thanks for being here. This is Bob Hickman. Listen, this upcoming weekend, Friday, maybe Saturday, depending on schedule. My schedule's kind of crazy this week. We will be having March horoscopes, and some of you have said, Psychic Bob, we got to have our horoscopes. Don't forget, we won't forget you. And you want to surely be here on Sunday for our Psychic Bob Sunday seance. And we'll have a trance sitting together, and we'll see what the Spirit has for all of us. Guys, thanks for being here. I'm going to bring you more updates as things unfold at the Vatican, but I thought you'd like this today. And let us remember Pope Benedict XVI and send prayers for his safe transition to monastic life. Blessings to you all, and blessings to the Pope.